466 million years ago, Earth had rings, not like a theory, not like a maybe, because scientists have found the proof buried in rock spread across every continent on this planet. And what those rings did to life on Earth, nobody talks about. The extinctions, the centuries of darkness, the sky that literally fell, all of it connected to something that once orbited right above our heads, something we completely forgot existed. And the most unsettling part? Scientists believe it might happen again. Before we go to the evidence, let's imagine for a second that we are standing on Earth, but not today's Earth, ancient Earth, 466 million years ago. We look up and stretching from one horizon to the other, a pale, dusty arc can be seen across the sky, not bright like Saturn's rings, not shimmering. These rings are made of rock, dark, ancient, silent, but enormous. At the equator, they appear as a thin line cutting the sky in half, like a scar across the atmosphere. Move further, north or south, and they open up a full arc, dominating the sky, bigger than anything we have ever seen. And at night, the rings catch the sun's light from the other side of the planet and scatter it back down to Earth. Scientists call this ringshine. The rings glow brighter than the moon. Entire continents bathe in permanent twilight. Darkness as we know it simply doesn't exist. It sounds impossible. It sounds like fiction. It wasn't. So, how do we know this actually happened? The answer is buried in a geological mystery that took decades to solve. All across the planet, ancient limestone formations from this period show a sudden massive spike in a very specific type of space rock called L-chondrites. Meteorite fragments everywhere, all at once. For years, scientists assumed a single asteroid broke apart somewhere in the asteroid belt and rained debris randomly across the solar system. But then, in 2024, researchers did something nobody had done before. He took 21 ancient impact craters, ran them through tectonic reconstruction models, and traced exactly where each impact had landed 466 million years ago. What he found stopped him cold. Every single one of those 21 craters, all of them, fell within 30 degrees of the ancient equator. The odds of that happening randomly? 1 in 25 million. This wasn't random debris from the asteroid belt. Something had guided every single impact to the same thin strip of Earth, something in orbit, something directly above the equator. Earth's own rings, raining themselves back down. Before we look at how these rings were born, if you enjoy exploring the darker side of space, make sure to subscribe. There's a lot more coming. But where did the rings come from in the first place? 466 million years ago, a massive asteroid drifted too close to Earth, and our planet's gravity did something brutal. As the asteroid approached, the side facing Earth felt a stronger gravitational pull than the side facing away. This difference, called tidal force, stretched the asteroid as it crossed Earth's Roche limit, the exact point where gravity decides to tear a world apart, and it tore apart. The fragments didn't fly away into deep space. They stayed trapped in Earth's gravitational field, slowly colliding with each other, losing energy, circularizing, settling into a flat disk around the equator. A ring system born from destruction. And for the next 40 million years, it just stayed there, silent, orbiting, waiting, until it started to fall. Here's where it gets dark. The rings didn't just sit there looking beautiful, they blocked sunlight. Not just at the equator, but because of Earth's axial tilt, the shadow swept across different hemispheres with every passing season. The northern regions plunged into darkness in winter. The southern regions followed, back and forth, year after year, for millions of years. A global ice age, slow, unstoppable, merciless. And then the fragments began deorbiting, falling back to Earth one by one. Most burned up as meteors, streaking across the sky in brilliant fireballs, visible for thousands of miles. But some made it through, slamming into the ground along the equator, over and over again for millions of years. The result? The Late Ordovician Mass Extinction, one of the most devastating events in the history of life on this planet. 85% of all marine species gone. Not from an asteroid from deep space, not from a supervolcano, not from anything that came from outside, from Earth's own rings, falling back home. The sky didn't fall metaphorically, it literally did. Earth has been through this before, and according to scientists who found this evidence, it may go through it again. So, this is a space from Rohit. So, if you like this video, please like and share it, and subscribe for more.